Alright, hello boys and girls, welcome to Heroes Homeschool Academy. We are going to be talking about 4th grade science and technology today, and today is going to be a lesson about week number 24, which is going to be titled Earth's Non-Renewable Resources. So we talked about renewable resources last week. Now today we're going to be talking about non-renewable resources, which are resources that once you use them, they cannot be replaced. And examples of those resources are going to be things like coal, okay, and things like crude oil, natural gas, and nuclear energy, okay. All these things are non-renewable resources that we find in the planet. Well, once we burn them up, we cannot replace them by natural processes really easily. So we got to be really wise and judicious in our use of these non-renewable resources because they're very critical to our economy on the earth. So let's look at some resources that we want to call fossil fuel resources, which are going to be coal, crude oil, and natural gas. Okay, coal, crude oil, and natural gas. These are fossil fuels because they come from fossils. What are fossils? Fossils are going to be dead plants and animals over a long period of time, compressed together in the Earth's crust, and then they start to form things like coal, crude oil, and natural gases. Okay. They are found in underground layers of rocks and sediments. Through pressure and heat, they've been transformed into crude oil, natural gas, and coal over time. Okay, crude oil is a liquid fossil fuel. Right, crude oil is liquid. All right, that is used in producing gasoline, diesel, and other types of fuels, and for making plastics. Okay, natural gas is used for in heating homes and in cooking as well. It is mostly made of methane. So as you study in advanced chemistry, you are going to know what methane is. Methane is an hydrocarbon, which is essentially what natural gas is made of as well. Well, coal is a solid fossil fuel, and it is used in generating electricity. Now, crude oil and natural gas are pumped into the Earth's surface by drilling wells. Okay, so there's a lot of drilling activities, especially that go on in the United States to get crude oil and natural gas. Fossil fuels, once burned up, cannot be replenished through natural processes. All right. So what about nuclear energy? Nuclear energy comes from radioactive elements, mainly uranium, which is extracted from mined ore and refined into fuel. So what are renewable energy sources? Well, renewable energy sources are going to be alternatives to fossil fuels and alternatives to nuclear energy as well. And they are going to be chiefly, for the most part, solar energy and are unlimited in supply. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that we've got to start thinking about conserving non-renewable resources and shifting to renewable resources. So this involves a collective effort to conserve non-renewable resources. And shifts are happening with things like electric vehicles, solar panels, and all of that. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn to page number 47. You are going to see an exercise over there, or exercises over there, to help you to retain this content a little bit better. I want to thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with Heroes Bond.